Hey guys, how's it going? Now I can finally talk because I've been drinking, because everybody knows lately that my mouth has been hurting. I've had gum problems. My teeth are fine, it's just I have gum problems, and I will literally lately I've been in so much pain that I literally can't talk, I can't smile, I can't eat, I can't do nothing because I get these electrifying tingles and sharp pains that go up my left side of my head to my brain. I mean, I know it's not my brain, but the nerves. And so it's like really hard on me to talk. And I've been drinking because we were watching football, so we were celebrating that. And my mouth, it hurts a tiny bit, but not as bad. I could actually talk. And most likely, guys, I do have a feeling I'm going to end up having surgery. If I end up having surgery, I'll let you guys know. And I would love all your prayers because I have anxiety and I just don't want to die. I mean, I know. They're just going to put me to sleep and do surgery on my mouth, take the wisdom tooth out that's hitting a nerve. So, yeah, I know I'm not going to die, but my anxiety thinks it. So, I'm scared to death. And then I feel like that karma stuff. Like, I'm a bad person, and I feel like that I'm going to lose my life.
You're not gonna lose your life.
And the only thing is, I'm not going to talk about my karma stuff because the only ones that know are my family. And so I'm just saying, long story. But anyways, Bill's funeral is tomorrow, guys. Oh, wait, look, I had to take off this nail because it fucking ripped my skin. So, babe, can you get off of me for Pete's sake? Stop being annoying.
I'm good at it.
Anyways, Bill's funeral. Can you get off of me? I'm not in the mood.
That's crazy to say Bill's funeral.
I know.
It's like, what?
It's weird. Okay. Robert is lucky enough to meet him. I remember telling him, I'm going to another couch because I really don't want to be touched right now. I'm sorry, no offense. I don't want to be touched, okay? I'm annoyed, irritated. My best friend's dead. I just want to be alone at the moment. But I don't. It's hard to explain. But anyways, I mean, and literally, guys, we just got over watching the game. My best friend's team won. Oh, it's gone. It was 24-6 or whatever. 16. Raiders won. That's Bill's team. So we were watching that, and but anyways, back to what I'm saying. Oh, and the guy on Raiders hurt his neck. It's kind of sad. Not kind of. It is sad. All right. Anyways, my best friend's funeral is tomorrow, and the thing is, like, it really bothers me because he's been in my life for forever, okay? Zach wasn't even born when I met him. Jillian was like a baby, and Curtis was like a tiny, tiny little boy, and I met Bill, and my best friend is now not here, and it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, Bill was supposed to live forever. That's just how I felt. And I remember Robert wasn't around back then, my past, me and, we were talking about it, and Bill was over at my other place, and Bill said that I'll be lucky to live to be 40. And he said that to me, and he knew he was a heavy smoker, and I used to tell him to stop. I used to smoke. I literally, guys, I'm going to be honest, I was a heavy smoker before too. I smoked pack after pack after pack a day. I was a heavy smoker. And I decided to quit, and I told Bill to quit, and he said no. He goes, if I die, I told him, I go, you're gonna die. I said, my grandma died of lung cancer at 4 stage. I said, you gotta quit smoking. So Bill said, if I die, it's my time. But then when, we were at the emergency room, I wasn't there for his first time. He was here, literally, and then he left because he was going to a friend's, and he said he was coming back. So I kept calling him and texting. He never answered. Finally, he got a hold of me and said, Jill, I was at the emergency room. I said, what happened? And he goes, well, I was having chest pains, and I was alone. He literally was alone, and I was pissed because I would have been there. And he said that they did tests on him and said that most likely he had lung cancer. And Bill was drunk, unfortunately, and when he's drunk, he's more stubborn than anything. And they told him, I think it's best for you to stay, let's do more treatment, you know. Basically, if Bill would have stayed, I hope you guys are still listening. Basically, they said that if Bill would have stayed that night at the emergency room, they could have stopped his lung cancer because it was literally just starting. And Bill said, I'm leaving. He left. A month later, Bill was here. Or no, I lied. I'm sorry. A month later, I get a phone call, and it's Bill. And he's like, Jill, I need to go to the emergency room. My lungs hurt. I can't stop coughing. So I went and picked him up and took him to the emergency room. And Robert was working, so he came in off and on to visit us. So, hi, baby. Hello? So he did. He came and visit us. He had to leave to finish working, and me and Bill were alone. And the doctor came in. And it was just me and Bill. We were being silly. We were actually laughing and having fun. And the doctor came in and said, yeah, I remember you. You came here a month ago, and we told you probably had lung cancer. And Bill's like, yeah. He goes, I was drunk and I didn't know. I just left. The doctor said, because they did tests on him, and they said that his lungs were fuller of cancer and that there was heading to his heart. So they said they were going to send him to Denver to drain it. But not right away because they had to do it. And me and Bill were hanging out in the hospital together, and Bill started crying out of the blue, just started bawling. And he wasn't ready to die, guys. He was upset with himself. And see, me and Bill, we have like a strong relationship. That's how we can sit there and put each other down, but we know we love each other to death. And I told Bill, I said, see, Bill, if you would have stayed, if you would have got a hold of me and took me to the emergency room with you, you would be alive. No, I'm thinking that now, but I told him this. I said, this is what I said, because now he's not alive. We know. I said, Bill, you know what? I said, if you would have told me. He goes, yeah, Jill, if I would have told you, you would have made me stay. I said, yeah, Bill, I would have made you stay. And Bill was bawling. And I told Bill this. We were alone. And I said, Bill, you're going to stay this time when they tell you. He goes, yes, Jill, I'll stay. He said the reason why he didn't stay the first time because he thinks, I had a long talk about this, he thinks that because he can't have kids. Bill was diagnosed with the sperm, no kids. And Reed wasn't his kid by blood, but he was scared that when he died, the bills would go to Reed. And I told Bill, I said, Bill, if you die, it's not because he's not. You guys did a DNA test, and it showed clearly that you weren't the father, which unfortunately I know the father, he's a piece of shit. Sorry, but he is. Reed's real dad's a piece of shit. I met him. And he wanted me too, and then I turned him down, so then he went. Okay, well, who cares? My point is, Bill should have stayed, but he didn't. And then, so anyways, the doctor came back in and told him the news. Bill goes, I'll stay. And I said, yeah, he's gonna stay, because I am his best friend. And I'm the only real friend he had, because every other one, they stole from him. They hated him. They used him for his money. Literally, they would steal from him behind his eyes. And I hated that. I even told Bill, I said, they're stealing from you. They're not good friends. And they're literally like 600-pound women. Like, okay, he was over here partying with us. And he said that he was going over to a friend literally down the road from us. He said he'd get back to us. That's when I said I tried to get hold of him. He didn't answer. He was at the hospital. You want to know a fucked up story, guys? He went over there and he was having chest pains. And the fat bitches with no teeth, because they're all cracked out on heroin or whatever they're on, they called 911. Ambulance picked him up. And I said, Bill, were they at the hospital? He said, no. They didn't even come and check on him. They didn't call. They didn't do nothing. I said, Bill, see, that's not a real friend. I am a real friend. I will do anything I can to protect him. And he knows that. These hoochies, yeah, I'm going to say hoochies because they are. No, they're bitches. Because they knew something was wrong. They didn't want to deal with it. So they just called. And they had cars. They called 911. They didn't want to, and they didn't even check up on him. I just wish I could remember exact apartment and I'd go up there and say, really? And if I just want to tell them, seriously, you don't give a damn about Bill, because if you did, you'd be there. Me? I didn't know he was at the hospital. Bill said he didn't want me involved because he knows my anxiety and shit. That doesn't matter. He's my best friend. Anyways, time passed and passed, and he would come over here. Here, I saw him over here, and he coughed and coughed and coughed, and I told Bill he needs to get help. And he called me up one day and said, chill, I can't handle the chest pains, take me to the emergency room. And I was in Robert's car, and Bill loved Robert Carr. All he cared, he was like, oh my gosh. He already had cancer, but before he knew it, him and Robert took a ride in his car, and he loved it. But I went to go pick him up in Robert's car because he had the van, and we ended up in the emergency room, and like I told you, that stuff was going down, and they told him that his cancer spread and that it was heading to his heart. They said they had to put a tube in him. So they ended up putting a tube in to drain the liquid so it wouldn't spread to his heart, because they said that that liquid went to his heart, he'd be dead. So they protected him. But then it came back and they drained it, and then they said, okay, you have to go to Denver. And then he went to Denver, and they took care of that kind of situation. And Bill called me, and he wanted us to pick him up. I said, of course we will. Robert gets off at this time. But he ended up having other people bring him home. And that's when we did that YouTube video, Welcome Back Bill or whatever. And it's just hard because Bill's my best friend, and I have to watch him. I watch him suffer. And the last time I saw him, guys, I'm going to tell you this story. The last time I saw him was the last day of October. I don't know. It wasn't even a week when he died. We went over there, and I didn't make a video. We went over there to help him water the dogs, take him out, and we took care of him, and Bill just kept staring. Like always, he just stared at me and stared. And he said he loved me, and he just stared. And I said, it was like 2 in the morning. I'm like, we gotta go. And I hugged him. I told him I loved him. He said he loved me, and I said, Bill, I have to go. And then he goes, please stay. Please don't leave me. He was acting weird. I think when he went for his last chemo, they told him he had like a week to live. Because he died less than a week when I saw him. Maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe 4 days. And he died. So I was with him like 4 days before he died, and this is just hard. And he acted weird. He didn't want me to leave, you know, and he kept staring at me. And I told Bill, I said, okay, I'm gonna give you a couple days. I'll be back to pick you up. I said, you're gonna come live with us. He goes, I can't because my tank is big. Literally, I'm not lying, it wasn't that big. It was probably like the top of the glass to the bottom of that, and it was skinny. I could have easily grabbed it. Robert could have grabbed it. And I'm like, I'm giving 2 days, and no matter what, I'm coming back to pick you up. It was like September 2nd, and that's when I was supposed to go back. And I didn't. So then I ended up calling him on September 4th because I text him. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I did text him on my phone. If you look, I was texting him. Usually when I ask if he's okay, he replies. He didn't reply any of my messages, and he was still alive then. He just probably was too sick or weak, or maybe, I don't know, but he never replied. But you want the truth? Like my mom and I were talking about, he knew he was dying, so maybe that's why he didn't text me. But why couldn't he lied and said, "Oh, you're okay," you know? But anyways, so I called him September 4th because we were gonna go over and see him, and he didn't answer his phone. It rang and rang and rang and rang forever, and he didn't answer. So I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Really, Bill?" Because usually he answers my call. So I was like, "Really, Bill? You're ignoring me?" I was literally pissed. And this is the story. A few days ago, I was dead tired. I was gonna go to bed, and I was gonna take a nap. Robert was at work, and I don't know. It might have been a Friday. I don't know when it happened. When I saw it, it was 3 days after he was dead, I think. No, wait. Yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, I don't know. I trying to figure out what I'm saying because I'm just emotionally wrecked. I called Bill. He didn't answer, and I thought it was kind of weird. And so then it was weird because Robert went to work, and I was literally going to go back to bed. I was fine because my mouth hurt, like always. Okay, for the many years that I've known Bill, my worst fear is because his family doesn't like me. They say they don't like me because I was blonde, and I was skinny back then, so they hated me. They're all kind of chubby, so that's probably why they're mean to me. But anyways, I can't think anymore what I was gonna say. I seriously, okay, Bill, I called him, and then, oh yeah, I was going through the obituaries on a news station on my phone, and that was my worst fear forever. I was like, oh my gosh, if I see Bill, that's how, for a while we quit talking because of incidents, but we still loved each other, he said. And, I went through the obituaries kind of fast on purpose, and I was like, wait, I thought I saw the word Bill and his red hair. So then I scrolled back up.
Mom?
What?
Where did my razor go?
I never touched it. So then, no, I never touched it.
Razor I can have?
I don't know, the only one I have is in the bathroom.
Do you have any clean ones, like new ones?
Really, Jillian? That's not that old. So then, anyways, on my word, I forgot the story about Jillian. Not Jillian. On my word, she distracted me. Bill. Oh yeah, I went to the obituaries, and I saw his name, and I freaked. I started bawling and crying, and I yelled. I went to Jillian's room in her and Tay's, and I said, Bill's dead, Bill's dead. That was my worst nightmare. That's why Bill didn't answer me. I told Zach, and I wasn't even going to go to the funeral because I know it will hurt, but my kids want to see him, so he's my best friend. You guys don't even know half the stories what he did to protect me. He literally drove over an island in the middle of the road to protect me from a guy. And now he's gone, and it's weird because I literally, last time I saw him, I said I was going to come back in a couple days, and I'm going to kidnap him. He's just acting weird after his chemo. I think the doctor said, okay, you only have this long to live. And he didn't want to tell me because that's my Bill. So you guys don't realize how close we were. Bill wanted to protect me. That's just who he is. And now he's gone. And I'm not taking it as easy as I can. I cry. I miss him. He's been in my life forever. I love you, Bill. I just want him to be happy and pain-free. I'm gonna end this vlog because it's long, and a lot of times you guys don't watch these kind of videos that are long, so I'm gonna end it. And guys, just pray for Bill's family. They may not like me, but pray for them because they lost a son, a brother. I mean, he's not a dad in real life, but I don't know. That one time his son Reed was there, it was emotional. So I'm gonna end this video. If you guys haven't yet, give us a thumbs like. Hit that notification bell down below. Yeah, my thumb has owies from my ring, so I don't wear it no more. And this ring, hands, whatever, there's nothing. But I'm gonna end the video because I'm depressed and I need to cry. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe, give us a thumbs like, hit that cute little notification bell, and make sure you check out Bill's video. He's pretty special. We have a couple of videos, but they're private because I say it is. So I'm gonna end this video, finish up some wine. So take care, guys. Love you. Bye. Later, all. Peace.